Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Dating Diaries with Raquel and Brittany.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great. Yes.
Thank you for the applause. I appreciate that.
Well, welcome back, guys. So we're going to do a second part of the dating relationship killers that we were talking about in this last week. Killers.
This is how my little gun sounds.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, my God.
You have a 22, right?
Sure.
Whatever, it works, you know.
Yeah, it still kills.
It does,
I like
it does the
22
job.
inches.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Centimeters?
Oh.
Same thing, right? No.
Why not?
Why not? Oh, my gosh. So, yes, we were talking about relationship killers.
Yes.
And I think
we're talking about jealousy.
Brittany kind of ended off the last part.
Yeah.
Did we cut you off?
No.
No,
I
did-
mean,
Well,
I
we
was-
kind of did. We kind of did,
Oh,
and you
okay.
were talking about it. I just don't remember where we left off.
So we were just talking about how there is a healthy limits of jealousy, and then I was over the top jealousy, and that's not really healthy. And it just became, overwhelming because you're constantly on anxiety. You're like your anxiety level super high. You're just not really. You're constantly like vigilant about things. So it just doesn't work if you don't. If you have excessive jealousy, and I think the jealousy comes from the trust. If you don't trust, if you often have that jealousy component to it. So I feel that if you're over the top jealous, it's best to just walk out.
So which one of all the topics do you think is the number one relationship killer? Let's go to top 10. Let's do the top 10. Why not?
Top 10.
Is there a top 10 you think there is?
I don't think it's a top 10.
Okay, so let's see how many we have. We have jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
We have ego. We have resentment. Then you said arrogance. We also have honesty. What else is out there that can possibly destroy a relationship?
Infidelity.
Ooh, but then when that
Slap.
That I fall to trust.
yeah, that would fall into trust. So did we say trust already?
We did.
Okay, so
But, hold on. Tell us a little bit more what you think. I saw the face.
that's on the
Raquel.
face.
What are your thoughts, Raquel?
Well, I mean, you're talking about things that could kill a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if someone is, not faithful, then that could kill a
Oh,
relationship.
so faithful. Okay.
And then trust, trust can come in many forms,
True.
So
It doesn't have to be just because they
exactly.
were unfaithful.
They were just unfaithful.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
'Cause
I agree.
They don't have to be unfaithful not to trust. Like they could be faithful, but you still have a difficult time trusting.
Exactly.
Good point. Yes, I can see that.
Okay. I can
Because
see
you're
that
talking
too.
about anything that kills a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Bad
what
sex would kill one too.
Bad sex.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. You know what?
Well-
You're right. I think so. I think, look, for me, everybody's different, but for me, if one of the foundations of a good relationship is that you are compatible in bed with that person. And if it's not there, then I think it really does damage to to the building blocks of the relationship. So, I know there has to be more than just that. I get it. But I think one of the foundations has to be that compatibility.
I agree with you 100%.
Do you?
I
Okay.
really do. There has to be some chemistry in the
A
sheets.
few moments later.
Does that mean you do not agree?
I don't think
I think
so.
your judgment is in, man. That's what I think.
Oh my god.
I think the judgment's in.
So
No,
what do you think, Raw Dog?
I'm gonna say we definitely have the top 5. I know there's got to be more, but let's put them in order. So what's gonna be the number 5? Which
But
one?
you didn't answer the question, Rhonda.
What was
I
the
know.
question?
The question was, look at him trying to
Okay.
avoid it here.
And we don't need to put these in order. What for?
Okay.
No. But what do you think? Do you think bad sex would ruin your relationship?
I've never really had bad sex.
He's probably the one that's bad.
That's
That's why-
I was going to say according
just
to you,
joking.
right?
According to me, but I I think as you get older though,
things don't work the same or what?
Yeah, well, that's part of it. That's part of the same thing. Men go through certain thing, women go through certain thing. I think you need, if you can't build a relationship beyond just sex, then you're missing out on something, in my opinion.
I think to start something great, there has to be that
physical
chemistry that kind of connects with.
Let me put it this way. Okay, let's look back a little bit.
You guys are just friends.
Oh my God,
that's true.
But no, let me let's look at something. When you were in your 20s, sex was very important. Your libido was woo. I'm assuming. Okay. Now that you're in your 30s, do you now have a little bit different things? I mean, don't you just want other things just, aside from sex?
Well, research says that the libido in the woman increases the older they get versus the male's libido decreases the older they get.
Okay, but you're in your 30s. Would you rather have someone that's just going to take care of you sexually and not give you any love afterwards, not show you any affections afterwards, not...
But you're assuming that I only want sex. But you have to have both. You have to have the emotional connection as well as the sexual connection. Otherwise, if you only have the social emotional connection, how does that any different from having a friendship? Because to be a friend, you have to be able to empathize with them. You have to
there's a lot of relationships that start as friendships and then end up as a relationship.
How did that happen? Well, they started looking at them differently, right? More of that pheromone kind of like, I like how she smells now. I like how she looks. I like that sexual excitement that she brings
I don't know about that. I like I said, I think sex is a part of it, but it's not everything.
I think it changes when your testosterone level goes down, and that often happens when you get older. So I think when men do get older, the testosterone level is lower. So I think that is why a lot of guys do tend to have a difficult time more with the sexual piece of it, and they want less of it. So then it becomes more of, can I vibe with you? But that's when you get older, right? But oftentimes you already have someone by then. So you're thinking...
You're hoping. I'm in my 50s and
the thing
is,
women are kind of different though. Our makeup is different when we get older, so the woman has to compromise if she's finding someone that is older when it comes to the sexual piece. So I mean, I don't know.
So can I say something?
Yes,
here?
you could interject.
Thank you so much. So myself, as being an older person, I thought that, you know what, it's okay to have a relationship and sex not be like a major part of it. Because it's true, as you get older, the hormones kind of go down and you don't feel as sexually active as you used to. But what I found out recently is that it depends on who you are with. Because not too long ago, I did have an encounter.
I love the word encounter.
I did, and it was nice, and it rekindled all these feelings in me, and I realized, you know what, I do need that sexual component in the relationship. So it has to be there. It just has to be there, or for me, because everybody's different, but for me. Smack it, or else I can't, I thought I could, but this last situationship that I had, it made me realize that no, it has to be there.
Okay, so sex is definitely can be a relationship killer then.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay, so
from the woman's perspective, it doesn't sound for the male perspective.
Well, I think the male perspective is still there. I mean, you still want it. It's just
it doesn't mean that okay, so the sexual compatibility has to be there. It doesn't mean that I need to have it every single day. But, she
will compromise, is what she's saying.
Yes, I mean, because I don't want to date a younger guy. Or if I do, I mean, at least for us to be, intimate once or twice a week would be nice. But if you can't do that once, once every 2 weeks is not.
No. Okay.
Not good, but I'll take it. Whatever.
I love that. I'll take it.
All right. So we'll put that. I'm gonna say this is gonna be number 5 in the relationship killer.
I think if we're rating them, it wouldn't be number 1, but 5. Well, wait. I think Raquel's disagreeing here.
No, it's okay. Yeah, we can do 5. It doesn't matter.
Where would you put it though?
Yeah, where would you put it?
Because everybody's priorities are different.
Well, that would be number 6 then, because now we have 6 things.
Okay.
So would that be top 6 or number 5?
I think it would be top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's going to be number 6? Would you say trust, honesty, faithfulness, arrogance, ego? Which one of those was going to be that?
Number 6?
Number 6.
The killers?
Yeah, of those
pew pew pew.
As the numbers of those all those.
I think arrogance could drop.
Okay, so arrogance would be number 6. So if you're arrogant and you can probably put up with it for a little while, but at some point you're gonna be done. What do you think, Raquel?
I still don't understand why we're putting this in.
She's frustrated
because that is what we're titling this. Remember, relationship killers.
She thinks all of them are important.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to number them. It's just
Okay, this is not the Gen Z. Oh, everybody's equal. Let's all give you awards. No. We're putting them in order. We're gonna put you where you belong.
So what are you saying, Raw Dog? You don't think
that's
everybody's
what a Gen Z would do is put them in order. Wait, what?
No.
To what?
I asked him, okay, because, the comment kind of suggests that he doesn't think everybody's equal. And he said no.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very honest. I don't think everybody is equal.
Okay, explain yourself right now.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. What do you mean by that?
Okay, what I mean, there's certain skills that I have, certain skills that you have, that certain skills that everybody else has, that puts us in different levels and different things. Okay, now if you're talking about in a relationship, if you're putting in 110 and your partner's only putting in 70, are you guys equal?
And like 70 effort, 110 effort, or income wise?
No, effort.
Oh, okay.
You're putting 110. You're getting up early in the morning. You're making breakfast. You're washing clothes. You're giving it to him when he wants. You're making sure he's taken care of.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And that other person then gets up and blows you a kiss and be like, "All right, I'm gonna go hang out with my boys. I'll see you later."
What do you think?
So do you still think it's equal?
No. So what you're saying is that you think that some couples don't give it 100%.
Well, what I'm saying is that not all relationships are equal. They're just not. Some people stay there because either psychologically they feel like they can't do any better, or they feel that person has convinced them of being there.
I cannot be in a relationship like that, honestly.
Well, I'm just telling you because it's Brittany was in a relationship where the guy was very arrogant, and she stood up for over 2 years, 2 years or 1 year,
a
year, and then at some point she said that was enough.
She's not with him no more.
I understand.
So I'm assuming that the reason why she was with him is because she tried. She made that attempt to see
exactly
if they could work, but after a year she found out that she cannot. So she is not with somebody long term. But when she realizes
but you're talking
that man is not going to give her what she needs.
Okay, but I'm talking about within the relationship during that 1 year, would you say they were equal?
They did not give to the.
Why can't you just answer it?
Well, oh my God! You want me to answer it the way you want me to answer it, or the way I answer it?
Well, you're skirting around the question.
I'm trying to answer the question, but
you're skirting around the question.
You're interrupting me. Oh my God! Look, Raw Dog. Ask me the question and don't interrupt me as I respond. Was
Brittany equal in that relationship where she was with that arrogant man for that 1 year? Would you say they were 100% to each other?
I say that the man didn't put that much effort as Brittany did. I think Brittany put more effort than the man.
So then what I'm saying is, not all relationships are going to be equal at certain times, and that's why we leave.
Okay, so I was taking it in a different.
Oh no, I'm not talking about inequality with that. You can't do what I can't do.
I was like, wait a minute.
No.
The way you say it doesn't make sense. It's like equal. Like what? Someone's better than somebody else?
Well, I'm just saying in a relationship, what's equal? What we're talking about relationships. We're not talking about human beings.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm talking about equality in the relationship. Now, that's why I said not everybody's going to do it. There are people that put up with certain things and will stay with it, and that's it. And they complain about it over and over again, but they won't do anything about it.
So, Raw Dog, what about you? Have you been in a relationship where you give more than the other person gives?
Hell yeah. Okay. My last relationship, I did that. It wasn't worth it.
But let me ask you this. So what are your expectations now? It's 100?
Yeah.
But that's unrealistic.
Why?
Because think about it. Now here's how I see things, right? In a relationship, you can't always give your 100. Sometimes that person's going to give you 80 and you're going to give the rest. Sometimes you're going to give 70 and they give the rest.
It's going to go back and forth.
Because,
No, I know, I get it. But throughout that whole relationship, it's going to balance out. Wouldn't you say?
What I'm hearing you say is that they should give 100 and you should give 100, but that's not how it happens because think about it. There's going to be times where you're going to struggle.
Absolutely.
You're going to probably have some moments where mentally you're not all there and maybe you get really ill, whatever. You can't give your 100% at that moment.
No.
So you need that other person to pick up those pieces.
I understand. And that's what I'm talking about right there.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. They're there to pick up those pieces while you're in that wreck. Okay. You're still equal. You're both giving your 100%. It's just in a different way.
Okay.
I don't expect you if
I like when you agree with me.
Okay. I'm not if my car tire blows out on the middle of the road, I'm not going to expect my girlfriend to get off and be like, "All right, since we're equal, you go ahead and do it this time. I got you the next time." No, but what I mean is, when I'm not emotionally there you need space. Yeah, I need space, and that person gives it to me. That's what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
So it's a give and take.
That's what I mean about the equality in relationships. We've all been in them. I've been in them. You've been in them. Raquel, apparently not because she's. I don't know. So that's basically what it comes down to.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Well, I mean, now I understand what you're trying to tell us.
I think he just didn't know how to word it.
I think that's what was confusing us. Like, what do you mean?
All right, so number 6 is going to be arrogance.
Yeah,
okay. Would you say number 5 then is sex?
No. Sex? No. I think sex, for me at least, it's a 3.
Okay. What about you, Raquel?
So number 1 is like the
worst one. That's the one that's gonna. That's where you're. That's
you block that guy as soon as he shows you that block.
You're done. Yeah, at that point you did this and that's it. Alt Control Delete.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Sex.
So what would you rank sex for you?
Alt Control and Delete. That's a total Del.
So basically, you're saying that if the sex is not good, then
oh my God! It just said. Where would you? How do you rate sex in your relationship?
Raquel's about to.
I know she looks like she's.
Those eyes.
She's about to.
I see.
Oh my God! That hurt.
When she looks at people like that, including me, I messed up somehow.
There it
is.
She
has a scary stare.
The way you told me, oh my God, I'm trying to process the question. Okay. So, you do not want me to ask questions?
No, I want you to ask questions.
It's just
I don't have to ask questions.
No, ask questions.
Me, I'm scared, guys.
Okay, okay. Going back to this, where do you rank sex from 1 through 6?
Since I can't ask questions, 3.
You can ask questions.
Oh no! So you can.
Oh my God!
Mock me and roll your eyes? No,
we're not doing that.
You just did it.
Oh my God! Here we go again.
Okay, 3.
Okay, 3.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Your turn.
I'm scared.
It's
okay. Like when you're like, if you
honesty. Where do you guys rank honesty? In the relationship.
Let me just say what this feels like right now to me. It's like when you're seeing your parents fight.
Oh.
And you're scared because you don't know whose side to take.
You want to go in the room, don't you? You want to run to the room and lock it?
Oh my God, I'm scared. I don't know whose side to take.
just so everybody knows, we get upset with each other at certain times, but you know what? As soon as the show's over, we're hugging it all out. We're all good.
Oh, this is part of the show, guys.
Yeah.
So three. Back to three.
Okay. So what would be the number? Okay. So what's number 4?
What's your 3?
My 3. I'm gonna say.
We're rating them
truth.
for you.
Truth. Being truth.
Oh.
Being truthful.
Wow. Okay.
Number 3 would be being truthful
like
to me.
liars. I see. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Oh my god.
We're giving you a hard time.
There you go.
Okay, so 3 for you is a liar.
Yes. Okay.
Can't lie.
All right.
Number 1. Let's
okay.
all talk about our
let's just do number 1.
Because our number 1's the most important
Okay.
one.
So what is your number 1, Brittany?
I think trust. Trust is my number
one. Okay.
That's a killer. Like if there's no.
If I can't trust you, anything else doesn't matter. If I have this feeling in my intuition or my gut that there's something just I can't trust about you, it's not gonna work. You will be blocked, delete, alter, whatever. I don't know what. Obviously, if you have an Apple computer, you know that's not how you delete. But all right.
Well, when you get back to the real world where we all have regular computers,
just blocked.
You know, I just felt like somebody was a little arrogant to mention Apple. I got an Apple.
Sorry, they're just better.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Than Windows. No, I'm just kidding. But no, trust for sure. Number 1 for me.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Tell us, Raquel.
Okay, so for me, the number 1 relationship killer probably would have to be respect.
Ooh.
Because if he does not view me in a like if he, like, for example, if he doesn't have respect for me in any way, like, you know, in the area of you know, the way I view things, the way I talk, the you know, just anything about me, if he doesn't respect me, then there is, you know, why are we together?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I delete him.
You do Alt Control Delete because you are a Windows person, right?
Actually, I'm an Apple person now.
Are you really?
Tell them.
I am.
Wait, but did you buy an Apple computer now?
No, but I got one from work.
Oh, and you fall in love with it?
I'm using that one more than my personal computer.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm knowing how to maneuver it now. So
I'm staying true to Windows, people. Bill Gates, don't worry, I got you, brother.
I guess number 1, if you have a Dell, block and delete. Windows, block and delete. I'm just kidding. What's your number 1, Rod Dog?
Resentment. I think resentment is my number 1. When I don't feel valued in the relationship and I feel like you're not going to give me what I put into this, then it's time to go.
Go.
Oh my God.
Wow. Dang. Well, I'm not surprised you said that though, because you were the one that mentioned resentment.
Yeah, that's my number 1. I think, you know, true.
What's your number 2?
I think being faithful. Being faithful to me.
That's a good one.
You said sex falls for number 5 for you?
Yeah, sex would be number 5. If the sex is not good, I mean, I can that you can always work around it. People can learn.
There's tools.
There's tools. There's things you can do. Yeah, absolutely.
There's batteries.
So sad. Oh man.
Yes.
Well, maybe when I get to that age, I'll start saying that.
Oh Jesus.
I'll start.
That's right. You 30-something.
Number 5 is gonna be sex.
Oh my God.
Tools are very important.
Oh my God. Here we go.
For whom are we talking about? Just kidding. Who are the tools important for?
For each other.
Oh.
And when you're single, it's
Just
important.
remember what happened in Titanic. Just saying.
Died because he was
Lord.
bad in bed, probably. She's like,
Was
girl,
he?
hey, Rose,
Or
like,
maybe-
get him off the dang.
Maybe he was like, you know what?
Door.
I'd rather die than be in that deckhand. I'm letting it go.
Please. She
Maybe-
even pulled his hand off because she's like, dude, get this brother out of my dang door. He's going to sink me. That's how bad he was.
Dang.
That's how bad he was.
Well, it was a 1920s car, so how much comfort could there have been back there? Anyways, guys.
Okay. Hey, you're thinking,
No, it
was
like
it Pretty White?
It was that was done like that happened in 1911.
Oh,
so it wasn't a younger.
She has great. She
knows
a lot of history.
She knows more than we do.
No, I don't.
I feel like you're smart and you know a lot.
I'm not.
That's why you're my friend.
I'm not.
I keep smart people around.
It's so funny. Earlier in the show.
All right.
It's the end of.
All right, guys. Guess what time it is? We are ending this.
Raquel can never speak.
I hate you.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Remember, sex doesn't
Goodbye,
matter. The older
dog.
you get. Boo.